3.
Ben Brown, Evolution Martial Arts with Cassandra. Close guard, we're gonna go to armbar. So I'm gonna skip all the recap because if you've watched any of the videos I've done previously on close guard, then you get all the recap details. This is a problem, right? Here, I would go that this is where I start my armbar. There's a couple of things I need to have a good shot at an armbar. I have to have her elbow at the center line. I even can use my center line. But if it's over here, I'm not gonna armbar you, right? You've got this frame, this is gonna be, I'm not gonna move it. So when that happens, I'm here and then I just shift it. I can grab here, I can be here, this works. Anything that keeps this here. Here's the common thing that I see in videos and stuff, and even the way I was taught, is I have to control your posture. Okay, because if I start going for my armbar and you posture up, even if you don't get your elbow back, there's no armbar here. So I need to have your posture broken, right? Traditional, kind of traditional way, foot on the hip. This is another key detail. I see people do this. They lose that connection and there's no pressure. I'm trying to keep my knee behind your shoulder. That's what keeps you from being able to fix this. See, no hands, you still can't really fix this. I mean, if you get your arm over here, okay, no more armbar, but I still am behind your shoulder. So when I open my guard and go to the hip, I still have this pressure and you can feel them squeezing, right? Now I need to get my angle. It's that same angle we use for a triangle, the same angle we use for most of our sweeps. I want to be perpendicular and looking in your ear. Now for certain things, we hip up here, right? Kimuras, we hip up here, right? But for an armbar, we don't want to. Flat back, I'm curling in, but I'm not hipping up. That's another thing that makes it hard. Is this uncomfortable?
It is.
Yeah, because I'm squeezing, so I'll ease up just a little bit. This is key. This. I see people trying to do it with floppy feet, toes not engaged. My foot controls my hamstring. Pointed toes, hamstring disengaged. Toes pulled back, foot active. These are jiu-jitsu feet. We rarely in jiu-jitsu have loose feet. Toes pulled back. Now, you can see here, this is uncomfortable, right? And I'm squeezing everything. So now the last thing to do, I don't even need to frame your head, but it makes it easier. I bring this around, both feet. I see people wanting to do this. It's not wrong, but it takes away from some of this. And you can see in her face, that, okay? I'm controlling the thumb line. My pressure goes in the direction of the thumb, right? So if her thumb's that way, pressure's that way. Thumb's that way, pressure's that way. But ideally, this is where I get the most power, and I go squeeze, hips up, tap, until she taps. Now, for how we're training, I'm gonna ease up just enough for you to start fixing it. And I don't even care right now. Yeah, that's a great way to fix it. This isn't a class on escaping the armbar right now, but I just want you to start escaping because otherwise we're wasting that time. Okay, let's do another one. Another kind of approach to the armbar, it's really similar, right? But it's climbing our guard. So this, we call it pit stop here. I've heard it called a top lock. Doesn't matter what it's called, it matters what it is. But look, my knees are squeezing her shoulders. This is uncomfortable. And this buys me options. I have things I can do from here. I can go right into those sweeps, right? If you're here, I can shove that in and now I have a triangle set up, but it's a great place to start an armbar. Because look, you can't fix this. I don't have to do very much here. This is very hard to fix, right? And then from here, same thing, chop. If she's not my friend, which you are, I would grind this, right? On her face, messing with her head, this sucks. But I don't do that to you, I'm not going to. Frame here, Boom, finish. The other cool thing is sometimes they give you like pressure toward me and it turns itself into a sweep. So then I end up in what's a more classic position. Again, active toes, heels in, knees tight. I'm isolating this limb, then I can fall back. Do you feel like you can get out?
No.
Right. That's the idea. Because everyone does this different, I just want them to see how you do it. Everybody's body's different. Everybody, the way they move is different. As long as you have the core elements, you're good to go. Yep. She's isolated my arm. So go back. This pressure on my shoulder. So squeeze your knees together. Do you feel the difference? It's just a little bit, and I'm a little more stuck. Go ahead. Are your feet active?
Yes.
Nice. Right, and then hips up, tap. Ooh, that comes on quick. So let's go back, because when I say tap, you're just gonna release just enough, right, for me to start. The key to this, and I know this, I said this wasn't an escape class, but the key is I get my elbow past your hips. Can you armbar me now? And I moved it that much. But if you were able to pull it back through, you got me again. Right, so like I might want to do something like this, frame, just so I can get my elbow free. Maybe I can get my head out. Oh, and then we're back in your toes guard. Right, awesome. Anything to add? Now you're starting to think of things to add. I want to hear what you guys think, because sometimes you have, like, I think 3 times in class, you and some other people said some things I missed or forgot. That's the idea. That's reminding me, because sometimes I forget stuff. Awesome.